The Vendée Globe is much more than just a race. It's an ultimate challenge, where each sailor has to push back their limit. It is the most legendary race, called the Everest of the Seas. Maritime's Crimes explain to you the Vendée Globe's adventure. Three oceans, 24,300 nautical miles, 40 skippers, including 34 men and 6 women for the 2025 edition. Created in 1989 by a French sailor, Philippe Gentot. It is an extreme adventure that attracts the most daring sailors every 4 years. An idea born in France and admired across the globe. Departed from Les Sables d'Olonne, located in the Vendée. 11 nationalities were represented. Charlie Dalin, winner of the 10th edition, achieved the race with average speed of 17.79 knots in 64 days, setting a new record for the Vendée Globe. However, out of 40 skippers, 8 had to abandon, resulting in a 20% abandonment rate. The competition is based on 3 different factors: single-handed, a non-stop race, and Waihoot assistance. No one apart from the skipper is allowed aboard the boat. This is a solo race. The notable exception is, of course, when a fellow competitor is rescued. In 2020, Kevin Escoffier was rescued by Jean Leclaim. Alone, the sailors have to find their own way around, carry out any repairs following on from damage, which is likely to happen. And they have to take care of themselves when injured or ill. While contouring sailing, must carry alone repairs and communication with their technical team. All along the race, there is no stop for the competitors beyond the 10 days of the start. We are allowed to return to Les Sables d'Olonne. Alone? Not really. Fellow partner of the sail of the boats constitute the stars of the show. IMOCA, International Monohull Open Class Association. It is a class of sailing boats primarily used in major offshore races such as Vendée Globe and the Route du Rhum. (1828-meter long, with a large sail area, are the most powerful monohulls of the planet led by a solo skipper. They can go beyond 30 knots in downwind conditions. The rule requires that the mast, sails, keel, jack, the boom, the J2 stay, and the runners be common to all boats. The rest is up to the architects. The first foils on IMOCA class boats appeared in 2015. This innovation marked a major technological breakthrough in the world of offshore racing. The performance of these foilers was impressive, with significant speed gains. However, foils have limitations, particularly in light winds or very rough seas, where they may lose effectiveness. They also require more complex construction and are expensive to develop. For the construction of a new IMOCA with a foiling system, prices are between 6 and 7 million euro, most often financed by leasing or sponsorship over periods of 6 years. The 24,000 nautical miles of the course traverse unforgiving waters, defying the resistance of men and machines alike. The route crosses all 3 major oceans, Atlantic, Indian, and Pacific, and features extreme weather conditions, from calm tropical doldrums to violent storms in the Southern Ocean. Skippers begin by crossing the Bay of Biscay and heading south through the Atlantic Ocean. They navigate past the Canary Islands and into the Southern Hemisphere, crossing the equator and heading towards the Cape of Good Hope. After rounding Cape Leeuwin, they navigate through the Pacific, rounding Cape Horn. After re-entering the Atlantic, the skippers sail back north, retracing their path and crossing the equator again before finishing at Les Sables d'Olonne. It is regarded as one of the most challenging and prestigious events in offshore racing. The Vendée Globe is considered one of the most challenging and demanding races in the world due to its numerous difficulties. Solitude, endurance, extreme weather conditions, and breakdown damage. Sailors spend weeks or even months alone at sea, with no direct human contact, which can take a mental toll. The need to stay at peak performance creates significant psychological stress. Maintaining a balance between performance, safety, and their health. Injuries, hypothermia, dehydration can occur. Sailors rarely sleep more than 20 to 30 minutes at a time, resulting in a chronic exhaustion. The Indian and Pacific Oceans are notorious for violent winds, massive waves, and freezing temperatures. On the contrary, equators are low wind areas, such as the doldrums, can leave boats stranded for days. Skippers must constantly analyze and anticipate weather systems to choose the optimal route. IMOCA boats are complex and sophisticated machines. Skippers must be able to carry out technical repairs while at sea. Sailing through icebergs and growlers, collisions with whales or floating debris. Skippers must slow deal with violent winds and giant waves which can cause boats to capsize. The Vendée Globe is an event that demands a unique combination of maritime skills, mental and physical resilience, and technical experience. experience, but also boldness. This year, many records were broken, including the youngest skipper to ever run the course. Violette Dorange made history and achieved the Vendée Globe in 90 days. The 25th rank for the 23-year-old women. An exploit. Three oceans, 24,300 nautical miles. The Vendée Globe earned its surname, Everest of the Seas, for its difficulties, its deep sense of adventures, and all the technological achievement. 25 years of mesmerizing racing around the globe show the beauty of marine life, a powerful call to protect the ocean.